Snyder Cut. Like
My website is still on Mortal Kombat.
I had a bunch of tabs open. Anyways, the Snyder Cut. So it's gonna be 4 hours long. There's gonna be a bunch of differences.
Oh, we were talking about how it's pretentious.
Yeah. So there's this thing that Zach does that I don't like. He does like the constant like religious references.
T-posing everywhere. You crashed into our green screen.
Within Man of Steel,
they're gonna know it's not real.
Man of Steel goes out of the ship. He's doing the T-pose when Superman and Doomsday took the nuke and he was dying there. The sun's coming up. He's doing the Jesus pose. Freaking with steals with Jared Leto looking like Jesus. I think that I can blame more Jared Leto than for Zach for that.
No, I'd blame Zach.
Maybe it was both of them, because Jared Leto is literally like a leader of a cult. Like actually, he says that he's a leader of a cult. Look that up. Yeah, but there's like a lot of pretentious things that also just fundamental changes to characters. Like part of the stuff I didn't like about BVS is making Batman kill. One of like the most iconic things about Batman is that he doesn't kill. And also Superman to an extent, he did that too. Yes, there have been exceptions throughout the years that they've killed, but like literally the core to this character is that they don't kill. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make Batman use a gun. Two thing rules about Batman: doesn't use guns, doesn't kill. What thing gonna do in BVS? He's gonna use a gun.
Didn't he use? I noticed that. Didn't he use a machine gun at some point? Well, Does that count?
He disarmed someone
he used a machine gun
in Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a thing that he does. If anything, like in the Arkham games with the Batmobile, there used rubber bullets. There, he's just using.
He's still using a gun. I don't care.
It wasn't like a gun he was holding. Anyways, it's just like there's just fundamental changes to characters that I don't personally like. You know, and we're kind of like we're already in this hole with the DC universe, and it seems like Warner Brothers doesn't even know what to do at this point. Which a lot of people are saying this is like Warner Brothers doesn't know what to do with their universe
in too
because
deep.
They've had so many people leave the project. Like Jeff Johns was supposed to like helm the whole DCU. He's gone.
I think the very reason they leave is because Warner Brothers doesn't get their act together and figure it out.
Well, also, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Are Warner Brothers to blame? Or are people like Zach to blame? Are people like Jeff Johns to blame?
When it comes to
DC
films,
to blame?
Even like Cosmonaut, if you ever want to get together because we love you.
Collab.
I got him onto you, by the way. At first you didn't really like him, but then
I would watch him from time to time.
He now watches him.
I'm not subscribed to him. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just. I do watch his stuff though. Like I loved his takes on Clone Wars. We're not here to stroke his ego right now.
He's pretty great. If I could meet him one day, if we could review a movie with him one day, I would be so excited. Anyway, did you see the Transformers video?
I don't think so.
You should. It's funny. Anyway, he said. What did he say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were talking about Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Keep talking because I don't remember.
Okay, so a lot of problems. So stuff that are probably going to change with the Snyder Cut. The obvious is that Superman's getting his black suit, which is the suit he had in the comics when he was first resurrected. There's probably going to be more scenes with Cyborg and the Flash, which was teased in the early trailers of Justice League. Those just got cut. Who made that decision? Probably Warner Brothers. Probably Joss Whedon. Who knows? Those are probably going to be changes. I kind of like that, even though we pointed out how Zach's pretentious, that opening scene with Superman, his death yell radiating across the whole world, basically. I mean, it's a little on the nose of what it's supposed to symbolize. Like it's the scream that was heard, the scream that was heard across the world or something like that. Like the whole world knew Superman died, and the whole world was affected by Superman's death, which is like kind of the whole like kind of backbone of the movie. Which is fine. I don't hate that aspect, but I don't know. There's just a lot of things. I saw someone pointing out with that with those one teasers with the mother boxes that Flash looks like Hermes or Mercury. There's a statue of Hermes or Mercury somewhere that's like has similar poses they do.
Okay, bringing up the mother box is something that really bothered me and something I hope they change. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Steppenwolf calls it mother. Like, he calls
Like
it...
it's his mom.
Yeah, he says, like, mother did this or, like, whatever. And I'm like, I have never...
He's like, I'm here, mother, or something like that.
Yeah, like, I have never heard someone refer, as far as I know, because the knowledge I have mostly of mother boxes are from Young Justice. And even then, that isn't necessarily canon.
Yeah, it's not the same as it is in the comics.
And maybe a little bit in Justice League, the animated one, but I'm not too sure. Anyway.
They did bring it up once.
And as far as I know, they don't refer to the mother box as, like, mom or, like, mother. They just kind of do it. Like, they don't really reference it.
In Young Justice, they point out that, like, they recognize them as, like beings. Like, these are people. They can feel pain and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they don't refer to it as mother. You know? It's a mother box. And so a lot of them are actually kind of have their own personalities that are specific to the people who own them, too.
I just hope they change that. Will I think?
Doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think they will. But it's something that I didn't like, and that I
say Steppenwolf does look way cooler.
He looked whack in the movie. I sent him a meme once that was like, it was that they had the same budget, yet Steppenwolf looked like crap and Thanos looked really good.
Maybe, I don't remember.
It was like very at the beginning that when we started talking.
Something you also said that was funny, because in the trailer when they show Darkseid and he's got those eyes like beaming with the Omega beams.
Wait, before we continue, he didn't know Omega was the end. And I'm so proud of this because it's just so difficult to sometimes find things to impress him, or it didn't really impress him, but to still get him by shock. Omega, it's Alpha, Omega, right? Omega's the end. He's trying to find the what equation?
Anti-life.
Anti-life, and he's literally death. Like, he causes death. No, he causes death. And that's what he uses his Omega beams for, to cause death. He didn't know Omega was the end.
Anyways.
Proceed. Mic drop. Kind of.
That scene where they show Darkseid with his eyes, like, they're literally perfect circles in the trailer. And then you send me, like, we were, like, messaging on Instagram, and you sent me this you typed this, like, kind of emoji with the two orange circles and the mouth in between. You're like, Darkseid be like... And that's how it is. I hope, like, well, like, you see some scenes where his eyes are, like, smaller, but, like, why is it, like, when he does the Omega, he's, like, gotta be, like, wide open.
Darkseid, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Forever Darkseid.
Oh, it's EID.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretentious.
No, it's not. Granny Goodness in the movie. Awesome.
Is she?
Yeah. Well, she's next to Darkseid when Darkseid, Desaad, and Granny Goodness. So that's cool. She probably won't say anything else in the movie. She'll probably have like a line or two. Honestly.
Who's the other guy? It's Granny Goodness, but who's that?
Desaad. Darkseid's like best torturer on Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. Do they ever mention Apocalypse in Justice League?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so.
Also, I don't like Cyborg. Cyborg is not Cyborg. I've only had very minuscule, like...
Are you thinking because he's too monotone?
He's too monotone, but I feel like...
He's too much going into the whole robot aspect of it.
He's just, like, not Cyborg. Like, I knew Cyborg was, like, serious and, like, kind of hated himself towards the beginning because of what he is. Happened, he thought himself as a monster, whatever, blah. But I feel like he kind of I don't know his story. I feel like he warms up to it more and he's a bit more easygoing. I don't think he's like this, great, kind of like fun.
He's also like the youngest person.
But still, like...
When the accident happened, he was in high school. No, he was in college.
I thought it was high school.
No, it was college.
Anyway, but I feel like the way they wrote him in this movie was just very, like... Everyone in this movie was just very bitter. Like, and they tried making the Flash, if you could even call him that. They tried making him, like...
He's here to stay. He's the Flash.
He's not Barry Allen. If anything, he reminds me more of Impulse.
That's what I said last time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like, he's supposed to be the comedic relief in this movie. It does not work.
He generally is the comedic relief in the comics too.
But he does not work. Barry Allen is not like that. He's not. The way I imagine him and the way he's portrayed in movies, I don't think Ezra Miller does him justice, quite literally. Like, I personally don't like him. Dare I say his voice is still a bit too flamboyant, and I feel like that does not suit the Flash. Just because the Flash just seems like more of this, like, serious kind of guy.
There's like two aspects of the Flash. When he's by himself, he's more serious, more reserved, you know. But when he's with a group of people, he's like more. He brings out, you know.
But even then, I still feel like
his social personality, you know.
But that doesn't mean that your voice is going to be flamboyant.
No, not at all. It doesn't change your voice. But
so I think, and plus they kind of make him out to be a bit of an idiot in this movie.
Yeah, even though he's supposed to be like pretty smart.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie, he's not a CSI.
No, he's not. He's applying to
at the end of the movie, he does. He applies.
But like, he's supposed to be this smart, intelligent guy, you know. And it's like in the movie they make him seem just to be so, like, not knowing. You know, like, he doesn't know anything. Almost like the innocent one of the group. Which, yeah, I guess you could say, like, when you're new to superhero stuff. But, like, I don't know.
He's obviously smart enough to make that suit.
Yeah.
Because apparently...
And even then, I don't like how he is...
It's supposed to be from fallen space debris. Because it won't heat up as bad when he runs.
Yeah. Plus, they make him run... in his normal clothes. I feel like the real Flash would not do that. Oh, I thought you were talking about
the way he runs. He runs like a goofball.
What, like this?
It's like wobbling.
Really? I didn't notice that.
I did.
Also, his lightning has no connection to him, right? It's just like lightning. Because I know you said that depending, sometimes the color... I know that's more of a CW thing, but it's like...
a comics thing.
Oh, but does... Because he mentions Speed Force.
Yeah, he says it's kind of like a...
I call it the Speed Force. Yeah. Really, Zach? Whoever wrote this script, I swear.
I'm pretty sure...
Please fix the exposition. I know...
I think Barry heard about it first. In the comics, he heard it called Speed Force. He didn't coin it.
I don't... Okay. I hope they change the exposition because...
Doubt it.
Literally...
There'll probably be more exposition.
At least have it not be verbal. There'd be like... The mother box has not awoken in 5,000 years. And it's just like, okay, yeah, you could say that.
Ping.
And then every single... Okay, you go, because I'm just going to go off on a tangent. I feel like you have stuff to say.
I noticed, like, in the trailers, they showed that Hippolyta was watching the temple where they kept the mother box, just literally falling to the sea, which wasn't in the movie. So I don't know if someone like literally obliterated it from Themyscira or like they're like, okay, we're done.
I was gonna ask that. I noticed that he showed up on Themyscira. Technically, he's a man. Technically,
could say he's an alien. He's got alien tech.
I guess.
Also, I kind of feel like from the ship. I don't think he was descended from the ship.
Also, real quick, is that torch thing that she lit up an actual thing?
The signal fire? Probably in some Greek myths. Okay. But as far as the comics, I don't know. His using of the boom tube in this movie, at first I thought, oh, it's kind of cool, but it literally looks like a freaking tube coming from the sky. And like, that's not what a boom tube is. It's a portal. Just use it like
just open it.
Yeah, just open it. Just a boom tube, just open it.
Wait, are you making it seem like, you know, like the Rainbow Bridge, but from Thor, like in the first couple movies, how it's literally like a tube?
Oh, it's kind of like that, yeah. It looks like every time I see it, I feel like there's a spaceship directly above. And
he's literally being boomed down.
Yeah, the boom tube lowers down.
Or beamed
like that.
down, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I see when I see that. Which a boom tube is not that. It's literally just a portal.
But see, this is Zack Snyder, right? He takes it literally to the point where he says Batman technically
That's also my problem. There's just the blatant, like... He, like, does it like, I kind of understand what it is. I'm going to do this.
Yeah. He, like, I noticed that he takes it literal in the sense... Well, he takes it literal to excuse himself, but, like, he does the whole, like...
Hour 10.
Again. He does the whole, like...
Start wrapping up.
No, we barely even talked about the Zack Snyder. This is a two-parter.
This will be a two-part like Zack Snyder.
We could release one and then the other.
We'll see.
Anyway, but yeah, I noticed that he does a lot of things to excuse what he does, and one of them is saying that technically Batman does kill by like proxy, like where it's like a falling building and like
that's what he said
casualties.
For BVS.
Did he?
He said that for BVS.
Well, I mean, he thought that
which was complete bullshit, by the way. It's like, he's using creative ways to kill. Literally, like, shoots a guy. Literally stabs a guy. Literally punches a guy's face to the freaking ground. He uses creative
ways to kill, brands them so they know who to kill. So that they'll
be killed in prison, which makes no sense.
That does not sound like Batman. By the way...
Not a Batman thing to do, but also just doesn't make sense.
The only time... Because I watched up until... right when, like I said, that Jason Momoa Aquaman basically sat on the lasso of truth.
Like the last 30 minutes of the movie before the big fight.
I noticed that the only time that like Ben Affleck gave me that like Batman vibe was when right after he fought with Superman and he had that bruise on his back, how he kind of just left everyone and tried to take care of it on his own.
Yeah,
that was very Batman.
He does hints of Batman. It's just like when he's actually in action. Like just the killing just takes me out of it.
Like the beginning scene where he's using the guy as like a fear tactic to get one of the parademons.
Classic.
Scaring him, but he just leaves him there. Like I feel like Batman would at least call the cops or something to come and get him.
Yeah, he does. Usually you don't see that in the comics, like he says that, but like a lot of times you'll say like GCPD will be here in a bit.
But he just kind of left. No,
yeah,
it's just
true.
Like you're just gonna let him escape.
You could argue Batman does do that from time to time, anyways. Like he says that to them, but realistically, Alfred already put it on his tip.
I don't know, but yeah,
they're changing back the color scheme, not the scribe being red, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be just basically back to gray. Which you could argue is kind of a bad thing. You could argue that.
A bad thing?
Yeah.
It's going to be the normal... Well, it's now so that dark, I realize when people say...
Give me so dark I can't see.
Now that I realize the reason people say that DC movies are dark is solely because of the Dark Knight Rises. Or the Dark Knight series. Because Christopher Nolan, I love you, but he did make those pretty dark. Like, visually. This will be a topic we'll save for another time, but people were criticizing Nolan for Tenet, which I really love Tenet. We'll talk about it another time. But that just his sound mixing choices were like, a lot of people complained that they just couldn't hear the movie. Well, that was also for Interstellar.
Yeah, but for Interstellar is that he chose to like kind of mute certain parts.
No, he didn't mute them. He literally put the music louder.
He chose to cover it up, like, because that's just a message he's doing in filmmaking. But in Tenet, people argue that he kind of went a little too far because it's literally, for a movie that needs exposition, because it's like...
time traveling.
It's time, like, you're messing with time. You kind of need explanation. Some of it's covered. I watched it with subtitles because the people I were watching it wanted to. I think because I also couldn't hear it. So I didn't get that. I
got him onto subtitles a little bit, by the way.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. Anyways, so I got the movie the first time around, but I could see like why people basically complained that they couldn't hear the movie, and because Christopher Nolan said that he's making the movie for standards he wants for certain theaters, like for sound, for the standard the sound system some theaters have. He's making the movies for that.
Atmos.
But which not all theaters have that, and not all people at home have that when they want to get the movie.
Yeah. Well, he should, in that case, make it... If he's going to have standards, send the standard that you want to the theaters.
Yeah.
And a more like... You know how like in the movies...
Nolan's a little pretentious. That's it. But he can get away with it because he's a damn good filmmaker. That's why.
He is. Quinten Tarintino. That fool... I just want to deck him in his little face.
Hold that thought. Another time.
He's pretentious, and so is Zack Snyder. They're both pretentious to the point where they're like, "I'm a director. I can do whatever I want." You know.
I will say that I don't think Zack Snyder's pretentious where like he holds himself to that. It's like, oh, look what I did.
Like Quinten Tarantino had the audacity to take a photo shoot with Leo and who's the other guy?
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and act like he was just as attractive. I'm no one to put down anybody on their looks, but
Brad Pitt?
No, Quinten. Oh. You haven't seen those photos? Anyway,
we'll move on from that.
Okay. Those two are pretentious to the point where it's like you're not even a good filmmaker. Like, stop. Maybe visually you're a good filmmaker. But Christopher Nolan is the king. If people say Quentin Tarantino is like the best, Christopher Nolan is literally the god of filmmaking, in my opinion, if we're going to hold him up to that standard. Because I think his movies are great. Have I seen the Dark Knight trilogy? No.
He still chooses the film in... I think he changed that now, but like he would...
That's pretty pretentious.
He still films in film. Like not digital, like actual film reels. Mm-hmm. Kind of, like something like that. Something along those lines, I heard.
Anyway.
What did I say? The change in the color. I would say that Desaad kind of looks too much like Steppenwolf. He kind of look too similar. And Desaad has such a distinct feature too, where like he's got this mangled side of his face. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they made. He looks like Steppenwolf with a hood and shorter. That's how he looks to me.
Oh, did you know that Quentin Tarantino dated Trisha Paytas real quick?
I think I heard that.
Yeah.
I saw in the trailer also that in that scene towards the end of the movie where when Steppenwolf gets all three mother boxes together, in the original he like says like, yes, go ahead and do this, and then he goes at the end, he says for Darkseid. He says at the end for Darkseid, and like when I watched the movie, I was like, he said Darkseid. But it looks like in here the Darkseid's actually gonna be like there, like in like this kind of hologram form, which I kind of like. I want to. I'm excited to see where they go. The only reason I'm excited for the Snyder Cut is Darkseid. Sorry, Darkseid. I love. Because
he wasn't in the last movie, and he was referenced, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Darkseid so much. That's why.
By the way, I didn't know what the Doomsday Clock was up until today, and that's terrifying.
I don't think they use the Doomsday Clock. It gets brought up from time to time. Anyways, in the trailer when Superman's getting resurrected, there's that scene where the photo of John Kent goes into the goo. I'm all like, why do you need to do that?
What?
So in the trailer, when they put Superman in that goo to resurrect him, in the trailer they show the picture of his pit. In the trailer they show a picture of it falling into the goo next to him. And I'm like, I mean, I guess I could see why they do that, but like, I just think it's
talking about unnecessary shots. I didn't understand, and I hope they take it out. The shot with the lady that they're interviewing about, like, she was like cursing. What was it? It was right when we were reintroduced to Lois and Martha, where she's like serving the coffee and they're talking about him.
It was the newscast on the TV.
Mm-hmm. Why did they include that? And then, first off, the compilation in the beginning with like the song, that one chick. You know, you remember
I remember the song.
Yeah, so I don't like that compilation. I don't know why it's in there, and I don't know why they showed homeless guy.
That's definitely a Zack Snyder choice for sure.
Why they showed a homeless guy that says "I tried." Why?
I think that was just in reference to Superman, something like that. I have to see that again.
I don't.
New Bat vehicle is in the trailer.
Really?
Cool.
He likes his Batman stuff.
And also at the original movie, Cyborg is the one who separates the mother boxes, but it looks like in this trailer, when he touches the mother box, he might see something, which was in the New 52 Justice League comics. He like interacted with the mother box, and like he saw Apocalypse basically. So I'm hoping that happens. I will actually like to see that, where he sees.
Does he have a connection to mother boxes? Like, is that an actual thing?
Well, more recently, yeah, the mother box was used to help create him.
How does his dad get access to it?
Star Labs.
And how did they get it? Because it was buried. I
don't know where this. I don't think they said where all the mother box. Because one was in Atlantis, one was in Themyscira, the other one was hidden by man. I guess they discovered it somewhere.
Okay, proceed.
That's it.
Anything you hope they change?
No. I think that's it.
Is this even still recording?
Ask that now.
Okay. I mean, Let's see.
Point is, I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably like it, but I don't think it'll make the movie any better.
Oh, I like the beginning scene that I then realized was a Wonder Woman thing where they were taking a bomb into like a museum. I really liked it because I felt like that was very Batman-esque, even though it was a Wonder Woman thing. It felt kind of old-timey with the whole like put them up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, I hope they kind of make him a little less of a dick in it, but being Zack Snyder,
I think that's just his character development in the movies. He starts off as a selfish person, then he grows up to be a little more selfish.
But is Aquaman like that?
No.
Because this is the Aquaman we're talking about.
Not really. Kind of. I'm not like... I've read Aquaman comics, but I'm not like... I wouldn't claim to know every facet about Aquaman.
I don't know. He just always seems like he's the nice guy of the group.
No.
I have no complaints about Gal Gadot. Yeah. I think she's a pretty good Wonder Woman. I feel like she's pretty solid. Could she do better? Probably. But I don't...
Kal-El, no.
Oh yeah, that was really bad. That was pretty bad. The whole like resurrection, I do not like the way Henry Cavill interacted with those kids, dude.
That was a reshoot's choice.
That was Joss Whedon.
That will probably be cut.
Good, because I don't like the way he was interacting with the kids. Yes, is it probably about the mustache? Yeah, but
I like the message he said, not the look of the scene. Freaking iPhone vertical.
I don't know. I just Ben Affleck, he kind of stole my heart in this movie. I think he was pretty cool looking. I feel like he wasn't really Batman. Like, I guess he has snarky remarks and all that, but like in that one point where he's like, oh, like I'm gonna feel that or something.
I'm gonna feel that in the morning.
Yeah,
I would never admit that.
Yeah, he's like, he literally has the best poker face in all of history. Not you, Batman. But yeah, so that whole like, and even with Alfred, I feel like Alfred's not that much of a badass. Alfred doesn't even feel like Alfred.
Alfred is a badass.
He is, but in this movie, he's not. Like, he doesn't really feel like a badass in this movie. Like, from the memes I've seen that they make of Pennywise, that's his name, right? Last name? Pennywise. My bad. They sound the same to me. Anyway, but the memes I've seen where he's literally like, that he abides to no such, like, rules or something when it comes to the gun.
I've heard... Are you hoping that I follow my master's rule with no guns? I can assure you, I do not. He's the only one allowed in the Bat family to hold a gun.
And Jason Todd, but
well,
kind
Jason
of
Todd's
by,
not allowed. He just
by
chose
choice.
To. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alfred is actually allowed to.
Yeah, but I mean, he sounds like he looks like a force to be reckoned with. Like, you don't really... He kind of gives me Marlon vibes, which is his best friend, or one of them. I feel like Marlon would sort of have that same attitude where it's like he's serious, he doesn't say anything, but the moment you mess with him, you're going to be sorry.
The moment you mess with Bruce, that's the thing. You mess with Bruce.
No, but I'm talking about like...
Oh, well, but yeah, Alfred in general is like, you mess with his kids, dunzo.
Mm-hmm. Because he's basically his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, I don't know, he looks more like, what's his name? Jim Gordon to me. Even though that...
Jim Gordon? J.K. Simmons?
The guy who played Alfred looks
Jeremy
like Jim
Irons?
Gordon.
Oh.
To me, he does, at least.
I think J.K. Simmons makes a good Gordon.
Does he? Mm-hmm. He's always in her. I was more like, why aren't you with Lois? Like, why aren't you with Lois Lane right now?
Give me pictures of Spider-Man!
It just, like, slammed the desk. But, yeah. That is my 2 cents. But this is coming from someone who literally barely knows anything about the Justice League. Did the Atlanteans fight with the Mascarans? Or, like, the Amazons?
That whole thing was... It's not in the comics.
Okay.
Is that all you had to say?
Oh, they make it seem like everyone knows who Bruce Wayne is. I realized that.
That Bruce Wayne's Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I got that vibe when he was like...
I mean, he's just outwardly telling everyone he's Batman, which is not what Batman does.
Batman literally thinks of himself as Batman.
Yeah.
Like, in his mind, right?
Yeah.
Like... Because he just recruited Barry Allen. And Barry already knows that he's Batman. And that, to me, is the most obscene thing.
A lot of times in Justice League, Batman doesn't reveal his identity to the team he works with.
Only the close, like...
Only, people he knows close.
Like in that one scene from that one movie where he's like, are you in the PTA?
Oh, that's from... I think that's from Death of Superman.
Something like that. But the point is that only a couple people know, and I think that makes it better. But he just met this guy.
Yeah.
You could argue he doesn't really know if it's actually Barry.
No, he knew.
No, but, like, what if? What if he's bad? I felt like the whole way... I felt like each recruitment scene was like the one from Iron Man, where it's like, we had an idea or something like that. And it's like, I feel like that's on repeat. It didn't feel like a recruitment scene.
Oh, well. There's a lot of problems fundamentally with the Justice League, and I don't think just the Snyder Cut will fix everything. And also, like, with the precedent of the Snyder Cut, there's a select few who want an Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad movie. David Ayer directed Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And so even David Ayer has gone on to, like, show stuff that he wanted to do, but Warner Brothers didn't let him. So there were some people who were...
I'm not interested. The moment I saw the way he did Jared Leto Joker, I love
we didn't talk about Joker, because he's going to be in here.
I heard that's because of the nightmare.
Yeah, it's the nightmare scene, which...
With a K?
Yeah, which I personally didn't care for. I didn't care for the nightmare scene. Mm-hmm. The dream sequence, I don't care.
But that was BVS, right?
It was BVS, yeah. But now there's going to be more of it here, which... I mean, it's a cool suit he had, but I don't know.
I told him that it reminds me of, like, Dark Knight's Metal. Or, like, that stuff.
Well, even that predated it so much.
But still, it kind of gave me that same vibe where everything's, like,
I just didn't see the point of, like, having that thing. So, like... And it's, like, that question is, like, was he dreaming? Is he seeing an alternate reality? How is he seeing this
Well, he said himself it was a dream, didn't he?
But in BVS, he was asleep, he woke up, and... No, I guess... I don't know. It was just too confusing. Like, is it actually a dream, or is it like it's that thing. It's like, well, I don't know what it is. Is it a dream? Is it something
ambiguous when like no one wants it to be?
It's ambiguous. It's like, why? What is the it's like there's no practical reason how he was able to access that. So,
I just with the new Jared Leto, I mean, I think he looks more scary.
He looks better. Not all those damn tattoos all over his face.
I could see what they were trying to go for with the whole, like, tattoo and, like, the more modern aspect of the Joker. But I don't enjoy it. Do I like the classic one, especially, like, the one from that one movie where his face is literally, like...
Talking about Jack Nicholson?
Yeah. I don't like that either. I like... I don't even... Hot take here. I personally don't like the Dark Knight ones from the trilogy. The Joker from the trilogy.
How dare you?
Heath Ledger probably did a good job. I haven't seen the movies, but appearance-wise, I don't like it. I like the idea that his skin was bleached from the falling into there.
To the acid.
Yes.
Addis chemicals.
Yes. So, that's just me. And they have yet to do it. My favorite portrayals have all been animated. My favorite one right now is Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, does a good job.
My favorite.
Does a good job.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know what the point of having Jared Leto dressed up as Jesus. I don't even think the joke... Okay.
If that shows up in the movie, I'm going to roll my eyes hard. They're going to fall out of my sockets. That's how hard they'll be rolling.
Oh, my God. Are those your walkers?
My crutches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He broke his knee. His career-ending injury. Anyway, but I feel like... What was I going to say?
About him being dressed as Jesus. Who knows if that actually
like
be
I
in
don't
the cut
even
of
think
the
that
movie. Those were just
I remember what I was
stills
gonna say.
released.
I don't even think the Joker would pull something like that. Yes,
No.
the Joker is like
Even
referenced
when
as a clown,
even when
but that just gives me vibes of when they take the Joker photos and they add like cringy lines next to it.
even when he got reality warp, he got the powers of Mixapitalik, who, if you don't know, he's a character from the fifth dimension who has literally reality warping powers.
Mm-hmm.
When he got like a little bit of that power, he didn't go like, he's like I'm a god basically, but he didn't go like, he dressed up like a king. He dressed up like an emperor. He called himself Emperor Joker. You know, and he like had his fun.
Oh, and Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of the Joker. I also really liked that one. Yeah. But yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I feel like the Joker isn't the one to like. He likes power, but he isn't one to like be
Jesus.
a pimp. He's not gonna be Jesus.
Jesus.
He's not gonna be a pimp. That's pimping out Harley. Margot Robbie as Harley is probably one of the best casts that I've seen. And what's her name? Katie Kyoko, something like that. I like her as well.
Big Bang Theory.
Mr. J. I can't do her voice. I wish I could. But yeah. I could go on. Oh, Mira's hair, she's brunette. I hope they change that. I hope they make her a redhead.
Oh.
She looks more brunette in this movie.
Doubt it.
And also, just like fire Amber Heard. There's no reason for her. We're looking at this camera
if
like
they're
it's
gonna
probably...
cut her scenes from the Snyder Cut. Probably not. Maybe she'll have more scenes.
Maybe.
Thank you for tuning in. Please comment. You don't have to like. I don't care. Just you could comment. That's all I want. I just want.
Well,
to comment.
like creates people to share it.
It does, but I want at least one comment. Just a microcosm of a criticism.
Mom.
Just a criticism.
Isabella, please comment something about Christian. Thank you.
She has an account to do that. Anyways.
Huh?
I don't think she has an account to do that. Anyways.